Hello, Libra. This is Kathy with Tarot Me a Story here to do your New Year's reading. I'm trying a new deck and learning it, so I put the cards out first, figure out what the message is, and then turn on the camera so that you don't have to sit around and wait for me. Um, the deck is the Faerie'S Oracle by FROUD. And I gotta turn off that light. It's too much glare here. Great cards. These, your reading isn't really intense. Some of the other readings are look for your rising sign or your moon sign. They're so intense with these cards, just blow my mind. They reach down to a deeper level. So before I tell you your reading, let's ground ourselves and connect you to your spirit guides so that if there's a message here for you, you'll hear it. So put your feet flat on the ground, on the floor, wherever you're sitting, and visualize your guides, your angels, your higher self, bringing information in through the top of your head. So to open up and be available so they can get in and you will hear the messages, you need to ground ourselves. And so that means connecting ourselves to the earth. So what we do is we visualize a white light, a cable, a root coming from the base of our spine, whatever suits you, feels right. And we go down to the center of the earth and we anchor ourselves to the white light at the center of the earth, at the center of Gaia. We connect ourselves to that light and anchor ourselves in. See that cord just wrapping around and being anchored in. So now you're connected to the earth and you focus on information coming in, and then listen to the gong. Just follow the sound, and this will relax you and open you. So your messages, so you'll hear your messages. And do it again. And breathe. Breathe. You even got a card on grounding. That's part of your message, is about grounding. So I'm not sure if I should. I'll go by card. So this card is the Friends. Oh, it's a lovely card. Hold on a second. And I can't hold them up. I got the camera up real high, so I can't hold it up for a long time because after doing that for 12 readings, my back hurts. So this is the Friends card. And this is a lovely card. Take a look at that. And there's a little poem regarding this. Hands stretched out across the rushing water. You steady me, I steady you on the slippery rocks of time. Hands reaching, giving, and giving in return. I am so grateful for you being there. I could never have managed alone. So there's somebody like this in your life. Someone that's really a true friend. And I'm not sure, the card came in reversed, which would mean that there's an issue with the friendship, but it didn't seem to make sense with the rest of the reading. So if there is an issue with a friendship that needs to be healed, you could apply this advice to it, the coming advice. So, and then the next card is the topsy-turvy card. See all these little faces? And you turn the card over, and the faces have another expression. It's like so cool. These cards are so amazing. They blow my mind. The messages are so much deeper than tarot. It's just, we're actually connecting in with fairies. You know, it's like my guides are navigating the fairy realm and bringing in the messages. It's just mind-blowing. And so with the topsy-turvy card, it's about look at things from a different angle, and like if your emotions are attached, to detach yourself from your emotions, because you need to see things from a new perspective. So if there's an issue with a friend, maybe that's what that's about, to see things from a new perspective. And detach emotionally, if that's an issue. And here we have the poet. I can't say the whole name sometimes because I can't read the fancy writing. If I open the book, I can tell what it says. But the poet is about new exciting things happening, and moving forward on things that you didn't think you had time to do. And it's also a card for writers, to start writing. It's time to start writing. If you're a writer or a poet, or you write fiction, or even just journaling, you know, like if you've read Emily Dickinson's journal, she wrote that. It's not like the scribbling I put in my journal. I mean, she wrote beautiful. So, and then the next card is the footer. See, he's I think he's like a little grasshopper. This is reversed, so there's an intense need for grounding. You know, right side up, it's like you need to ground yourself. Upside down, in the book it said, you know, somebody get, you know, pull me down to earth because I'm so far, you know, out into outer space. So, you know, a real need for grounding. And then we also got the Singer of Intuition. This is, and it was also reversed. So that's also, you know, a need for grounding. But with the Singer of Intuition is, you're going through you're going through a new level of learning, a deeper level of learning, and like, you know, entering a new consciousness, it's a passage through trials and triumphs, and a new level of growth. And and when it comes in reverse, it's like it feels scary. It feels more scary than wonderful. So it's just about trusting more and having faith that it's all right, that everything's fine. So if it feels a little bit scary, I'm going to turn it right side up for you. So if things feel a little scary because there's change that's scaring you, don't let it scare you, because it's taking you to a new level of consciousness, a new level of growth. And then we have T the lion. Look at this. If you have cats, you've seen this expression on your cat. It cracks me up. This guy's, he's like, he's kind of like bitching at you. It kind of cracks me up. He kind of like bitches at you, you know, about getting it right, you know, like tidying up loose ends, finishing projects, and he's kind of like irritated with you because you haven't done these things. You know, it's like you got a fairy who's like has an issue with you. Hey, you know, it totally cracks me up. And then on top of that, we have Geo the Slow. He's about taking your time, taking it easy, stopping and listening, and just like being present. You know, like to just sit in the woods and listen to the sounds. You know, not to So what the whole thing I'm getting out of this reading is that you're going through a passage and growth, and it seems a little scary. And then, you want to start your new creative projects. You're excited about the new things and the energy in you, but you're also feeling bogged down with things that you need to do. And while all this is going on, you're going through a passage, through a initiation, through a gateway of growth, of spiritual growth. A new level of consciousness is deepening for you. And because there's, like confusion, things that need to be tidied up, you're feeling, confused. And like you want to start your new creative projects, and you want to get going with, if you already started them, get back to them, but you're feeling confusion. And the way you work out that confusion is, there's two ways. First, you ground yourself. Get the feet flat on the ground. Get yourself grounded. What I just showed you is a very quick grounding exercise. And then the topsy-turvy. Try to detach emotionally and look at things differently. Try to get a new perspective. The card is a trip. Try to get a new perspective on things, even if you need to ask someone or talk to someone about it. And here, there's a great friend in your life. This may be the person you talk to. If there's an issue with communication or with this friend, that's what the topsy-turvy card could also be talking about, to see things from another perspective. So I'm getting like two stories here. I'm getting one where someone is feeling overwhelmed and wants to start their new exciting creative projects, but they're also overwhelmed by unfinished things. Yeah, and I know that feeling. It makes you feel crazy. But it's like you have so much to do, and the last thing you want to hear is Geo the Slow telling you, take your time, slow down. But you know what, if you're coming from a more centered place, you get more done. And it's not such an awful chore to get it done, because you're taking your time. And also that there's some fear regarding a new passageway, the changes in your life that, are maybe frightening you a little bit, but don't let yourself be frightened. It's just you're being initiated, you're going through a gateway, you're developing a new level of consciousness. So that little bit of change is really nothing to be worried about. It's going to be fine. So there's that, the creative project that needs to get done, but you're, kind of feeling, tormented by all the stuff you need to get done. So grounding yourself is very important. It'll help give you like a new perspective on, how to get these things done in a reasonable way where you're not overwhelmed. Like make time to do your creativity, work on your projects, and do both. Time for each. Set aside a little bit of time for each one. However, you say you have 6 hours in a day that you actually get to yourself. That's kind of a lot if you have a full-time job. So you have 4 hours, or the weekends are yours. But if you have 4 hours when you come home at night where you can be left alone, or even 2 hours, split it up. Split it up. Or you know what I do with chores? I get my boyfriend to help me on weekends, because he can do the heavy lifting, the heavy part, the literally heavy lifting. And so you can really get things done. You go in and sweetly talk to them about how you'd like to finish something. If they helped you, you could do it real quick, and that would help you get through stuff. So that's the one message I get. And then the other message I'm getting is there's a very dear friendship. There's a friendship that you, with someone that you have supported each other and been there for each other, and now there's a little problem or an issue, and in order to heal the issue, So both these stories might apply to you. Is you need to see things from a different perspective. Just see it like differently to get the emotions out of the way. And also, you know, that you could write about that issue, just like journal about it to help see it more clearly. And to ground yourself, get yourself centered and get the emotions out of it. And know that maybe whatever's happening in this relationship is growth for both of you, taking you to a new level of consciousness. And then we have the angry kitty here, T the lion, who's you know, wanting you to get this taken care of right away. And then Geo the slow, who says, take your time, it's okay, just move through it gently. So those are the two readings I'm getting for these cards. Okay, Libra, I hope that was helpful. Have a wonderful new year. Thank you for watching.